There are two types of tokens that exist on blockchain networks. There are digital twins and digitally native blockchain tokens. A digitally native blockchain token is one in which the sole record of ownership, the principal record of ownership, is a blockchain network. This means that there is no other share record somewhere else. However, with a digitally native instrument, as you move it from one blockchain to another, of course, there are other records of the ownership of that asset, as one blockchain reflects the core record on another wrapped token in a different network. A digital twin is one in which there is a record of ownership that exists off-chain or somewhere else from the token record, and the token is convertible to and from that digital record. Now, if you hold a token that happens to be digitally native versus a digital twin, they have all the same features. You can transfer them in exactly the same way. They represent exactly the same entitlements between the two. But with a digitally native instrument, there is no conversion. So if you want to take advantage of the liquidity that exists in deep traditional capital markets, you can't do that with a digitally native instrument because there's no effective mechanism by which you can convert that asset into its traditional form. With a digital twin, that mechanism exists, and this is what our tokenization service is, which allows parties to freely move the value between the two markets. This is very important because this gives blockchain networks the depth of liquidity that's in traditional financial of trillions of dollars brings that to the liquidity pools that are in the blockchain world of billions of dollars. And at the same time, the ease of conversion brings all of the innovation that's happening on blockchain networks to the traditional marketplace. So in fact, the tokens behave the same way while they're on chain, and you can trade and transfer them with exactly the same benefits. But the lack of conversion for digitally native instruments is ultimately, in our view, a shortcoming. Now, another point, there won't be records on one blockchain network. What we know is there's a proliferation of blockchain networks, and for even the tokens that claim to be digitally native that exist across multiple networks, what you see is there's actually a record of ownership that sits above the networks. That is effectively a digital twin. So when you are starting with a posture that is the record-keeping function exists across networks, then you end up with a concept that a digital twin actually offers all of the benefits and more than a digitally native blockchain instrument.